cares? Nobody. So coming from someone who has been in those situations, I'm telling you that life is better when you are like this with God. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Invest in yourself. It is okay to cry. If you don't fill yourself with love, if you don't fill yourself with care, how then do you expect to take care of other people and fill them with love? Hey guys, you're welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be sharing 20 pieces of advice or 20 life lessons with you guys as a 20-year-old. So yeah, let's just get straight into this video. So the very first one is self-love and self-care should be a priority for you. You honestly cannot stress this enough. Treat yourself just the way you treat someone that you're in love with. You love someone, you're always like, oh, take care of yourself, do this, do that, you have to do this, you have to do that, but then you don't do those things yourself. Why don't you do those things yourself? So put yourself in a position of someone that you love and take care of yourself the way you take care of the person that you love. So if you're not filled, if you don't fill yourself with love, if you don't fill yourself with care, how then do you expect to take care of other people and fill them with love? So yes, self-love and self-care should be a priority for you. Second one, don't stress over things you can't control. I recently just embraced this myself. I mean, I've always known that I should not stress over things that I can't control, yeah, but I only just recently embraced it and kind of like put it into practice, because the past few days I've been filled with things that I could not control. But I then said, you know what, just let go and let God. I did the best I could and just let everything play out, that kind of thing. And that takes me to my third point: put God first. This should have actually been the first one, but yeah, to put God first. God should be like the number one person in your life. God should be the number one being in your life, the priority in your life. And now this is coming from someone that has had like ups and downs in a relationship with God. I've been at a point in my life where I was like this with God, like I was really close to God. Then there has been some point in time where I've been like really distant from God. So coming from someone who has been in those situations, I'm telling you that life is better when you are like this with God, like when you are really close to God. So yeah, put God first. Always put God first. Whew, I feel like I'm on a roll. I actually feel like I'm on a roll. This is the fastest I've ever spoken in any of my sit down videos. Anyways, the fourth one is invest in yourself. Like, you can never go wrong with investing in yourself, whether it is reading a book, trying to hone your skills, trying to build new skills for yourself, trying to get rid of bad habits and create new ones. You can never just go wrong with trying to invest in yourself. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Invest in yourself. Now the next one is learn to enjoy your own company. That's very important, because people cannot always be there for you. People cannot always be there to make you feel lively. People cannot always be there to make you feel the vibe. You should not always wait for your friends to come before you have fun. You should not always wait for your friends to be around before you are like lively and stuff like that. You should learn to enjoy your own company. Then the next one is do not be scared to fail or make mistakes. That's something that I am trying to actually embrace myself. A lot of people are actually scared to make mistakes. But now the thing about me is, when I make mistakes, yeah, I don't feel somehow because of those mistakes. I actually feel like, okay, well, I've made a mistake, and so I'm going to learn from it and move on. But like at the end of the day, I'm actually scared of making those mistakes that actually make me learn. I mean, everybody's actually scared of making mistakes, but you should not be scared of making mistakes. I am trying to kind of like embrace that in my life as well. Don't be scared of making mistakes. Yeah. And now this brings me to my next point, which I've already spoken on. Do not let past mistakes make you scared or make you feel like a failure. Instead of feeling somehow because of a mistake you've made in the past, let it move you, let it take you forward, kind of like learn from it. And even if there's nothing to learn from it, and I don't think that's right, I think there's always something to learn from every mistake, but even if there's nothing to learn from it, just move on. Don't let your mistakes kind of like hold you back. Feel me? Yes, you've made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. No one is above making mistakes. So the fact that you've made mistakes, or rather you made a mistake, doesn't change anything. You should not feel somehow because you made a mistake. Just move on with life. You feel me? Don't let your mistakes hold you back. Yeah. Then the next one is, not everyone you know is your friend. You should have a clear distinction between who is your friend and who is your acquaintance. That's really, really important. Because you know me does not mean I'm your friend. Because I know you does not mean you're my friend. You feel me? There's a difference between being a friend and being an acquaintance. The next one is say no when you want to and don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about saying no. If you want to say no, say no. If you want to say yes, say yes. If you want to say no, say no. And don't feel guilty about saying no, regardless of how the other person feels. If it's something you want, like if it's actually something you want to say no, and don't feel guilty about saying no to people. You feel me? So the next one is it is okay to cry. It is always okay to cry. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, cry. Cry, like after crying, you actually feel really relieved. You know, feel like a lot of things have been taken out of your mind, like off your chest and stuff like that. So if you feel like crying, don't ever hold back. Just cry. Trust me, you feel better after crying. The next tip is no matter how you feel, get up, get dressed, and show up. Yeah, and I spoke about this in my last video about how to feel confident in your skin. Regardless of how you're feeling at a particular point in time, you should never let how you're feeling affect how you appear. No matter how you feel at every single point in time, if you don't feel up to it, if you don't feel vibey, if you don't feel happy, just dress up and show up. And the act of dressing up, whether getting up, dressing up and showing up, would automatically lift your mood, that kind of thing. To automatically switch things up, to turn the tables around. So yeah, no matter how you feel, get dressed and show up. The next one is be thankful for what you already have while working towards what you want. If you're not thankful for what you already have, it's going to be really hard to get what you want, because you're always going to kind of like focus on what you don't have. You are going to be in a negative space if you don't appreciate what you have and you're always focusing on what you don't have. So while you're working towards what you want, you should always learn to appreciate what you already have. And then the next one is know when to stop. It is always important to know when to stop. Any situation at all, know when to stop working, know when to stop indulging people, know when to stop saying yes, know when to stop saying no, that kind of thing. They said a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. So regardless of whatever it is you're doing, just know when to stop. Know when to stop catching feelings for that particular guy. Know when to stop. Yeah. The next one is nobody cares. Really. Nobody cares about what you're doing. Nobody cares about what you wear. I mean, the care is going to be like temporary. You're going to be like, okay, this is what she's wearing, this is what she's doing, this is what she is, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, they don't really care. They don't really care. So instead of you thinking about what others think about you, you should just do what you want to do. Because who cares? Nobody. The next one is avoid anything that wastes your time or stresses you out. Don't indulge things that stress you out, please. This life is too short to be stressed. The next one is you cannot please everyone, so don't kill yourself trying to. Really, don't kill yourself trying to. Like I said, everyone is not your friend. You can't please everyone, so you don't have to try to please everyone. There's always somebody that's going to have a problem with you, no matter how nice you are, no matter how, cheerful you are. There's always someone that's going to have a problem with you. So don't try to please everyone. Don't try to be on everybody's good book. So yeah, take a deep breath. The next one is you shouldn't try to be in a relationship with someone else if you don't already have a relationship with yourself. You need to be able to understand yourself. You need to be able to give yourself love. You need to be able to kind of like have this personal relationship with yourself before you can thrive in another relationship, like in a relationship with someone else. Have this personal relationship with yourself, because it's going to make things easier for you if you ever get to, if you ever get to be when you are in a relationship with someone else. The next one is it is okay to feel anxious sometimes, so don't beat yourself up for feeling anxious, because you are going to feel even more anxious. Anxiety is kind of like normal for everybody. Anxiety is normal, you feel me? Whenever we have something huge coming up, whenever we're in a certain type of situation, we tend to feel anxious sometimes, and it's fine. It's fine to feel anxious. Instead of beating yourself up for being anxious, instead of being like, oh my god, I'm anxious, I'm not supposed to be anxious, this one, that one, that one, that one, you should just try to like embrace the feeling and look for ways to soothe yourself instead of beating yourself up for it, because you are going to get even more anxious. You feel me? So yeah, Now the next one is romanticize your life. Life is better that way. I don't know, but I'm the kind of person that I like to enjoy life. Like, no matter how little it is, I will enjoy life. Like, no matter what it is, I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to kind of like romanticize what I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a huge deal. Every now and then, just treat yourself to something nice. Kind of like be present in everything you're doing. Take time to feel present. Take time to be present. Take time to kind of like enjoy life. So the 20th piece of advice or life lesson that I have for you guys is, don't hesitate to remove anything that is not serving you from your life. If there's anything in your life that's not serving you, if there's anything in your life that's not adding to your growth, if there's anything in your life that's not adding to your self-development, then do not hesitate to just throw it out. Just let it go. Don't hold on to things that don't serve you. And this applies to people as well. Don't hold on to people that don't serve you, and don't hold on to people that you don't serve. Like, relationships should go both ways. If you don't serve someone, let the person go. If the person is not serving you, let the person go. There should be a mutual thing. You should benefit the other person should be beneficial to you. So I'm just going to add one more tip, because why not? Subscribe to my channel. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.